Once they get airborne, they throw the hook out of the airplane, and it dangles about 10 feet below the plane. He comes in, and there's 2 pieces of plastic conduit sticking up with a loop rope, with about 100 foot of rope, and the banner laid out. He swings down, he pulls up right before the poles, he goes straight up in the air with the plane, the hook swings around, hooks into the loop, and the banner follows him up into the air. When you're at the top of the cycle, when you pull the stick back, there's a tug on the plane that kind of jolts you into your seat. Then you just push the nose over the plane and fly on out.
Not many people come to the resort town of Ocean City, Maryland for that feeling, but then not many people are banner pilots.
It's kind of like a fighter pilot kind of thing. It's a little hairy. You're flying low to the ground at high airspeeds. You know, it's a little more dangerous, I guess you could say. I don't know.
Pete Jones is one of 4 full-time pilots who works for Bunting's Dusting and Banner Flying Service. During the summer months, this unassuming farm outside of Ocean City turns into a busy airport. Planes come in constantly, dropping off and picking up banners that fly high above the coastal beaches. Most people see the planes flying lazily by. They can't help but notice this form of advertising, but what people don't see are the pilots flying at low airspeed so that the message can be read. They don't see them fighting fluctuating winds in their super light aircraft, and they don't see the pilots back on the farm, coming in low, plucking out a banner, then throttling up sharply to clear the trees with their long tail in tow.
This is back to the basics flying. You know, it's not corporate flying, it's not airline flying, it's not computerized, it's you in the airplane. You can't be lax in your thinking. You've got to be with it constantly. You've got to be in control constantly.
Bob Bunting is cautious because he knows just how dangerous this type of flying can be. Bob and his brother Ralph started their banner business 4 years ago. The company is now missing one important person, Bob's brother.
Well, Ralph's accident was just a freak accident. The way we look at it, it could have been a car wreck, it could have been a motorcycle wreck. You know, it was just one of those unfortunate things. When his plane did go down, he didn't even have a banner on board. You know, he had picked up a banner, it had been a main gear, which is what we call it, and it had slipped off, which very seldom ever happens. Once in 1,000 times, maybe. And what happened with Ralph, evidently, is it slipped off, and by the time it slipped off, the plane was out of control and it just rolled.
Ralph died, but the business kept going.
He would have continued if it had happened to me, there's no doubt in my mind. And you can't stop driving a car because a relative gets killed in a car. You know, flying was in both of our blood, and we loved it, and I still do.
Just what is it that gets in the blood? Well, some of it's family, and some of it is the excitement. Bob's mother, Betty, books all the flights because she's always helped with the family business, whether it's farming or flying.
And you want what on your message?
College women make up the banners because to many, it's much more interesting than the alternative, like selling fast food on the boardwalk. High school kids roll out the signs and ready them for pickup. They love being around the planes.
It's enjoyable. I mean, the people are nice. It's the airplanes. It's exciting. That's about the only thing around here that goes on.
Pilots come from all over the United States. The flying attracts them.
I was a flight instructing for a while, and I prefer this over flight instructing. It's a lot more exciting. Pay is a little better, and it's a lot of fun.
But even some of the best flyers won't become banner pilots.
I turn away as many pilots as I hire. You know, it takes a special type of pilot, one that's willing to listen and learn, and one that's got his act together.
In this business, a little bit of fear tempered with a lot of knowledge just might keep you in the air for a long time.
It's just getting very familiar with what you're doing and having respect for what you're doing. You can't be afraid of it.